Back with you live inside Lakeland Ice Arena, getting set for second period puck drop here between Walled Lake Northern and Lakes Area United. To recap that first period action, Lakes Area United, after a quick goal in the first 2 minutes of the frame, scored by Luke Peck, number 91 of Lakes Area United. There, got the first goal started in the first minute. The Knights were able to come back though in the first period with some hard forecheck play, officially out shooting Lakes Area United 12-8. So the Knights with some good pressure so far. They went to their first power play of the game after a roughing call on one of the Vikings defenders, and it led to their first power play chance. No avail. They go 0 for 1 on the power play. The Knights' power play now falls to only 60% on the season. They came in tonight with a 63.6 percentage power play. So that's where we stand. 1-0 currently. Lakes Area United Vikings leading the scoring going. But a penalty assessed here. But just before the period ended, there was a cross-check penalty assessed to number 16, Patrick Fishback, on the near side boards that wasn't picked up. So now the Knights will go to the penalty kill, their first of the night, to start this period. The Vikings will start their first power play of the night out there with their forward group, Daniel Bennett, Richie Kuhn. Out there along with them is Brendan Moran and Gavin Hart. Talk a little bit about our keys to the game now, presented to you by Live Central Media Sports Network. For Northern, they are a second half heavy team. They've scored over 2/3 of their goals this season in the second period or later. So for the Knights, if you're in this game right now, going to the penalty kill, you need a strong penalty kill and to answer. And for Lakes Area United, it's keeping penalties to a minimum. As we saw, the first power play of the game led to a scoring chance for the Knights. Didn't score on it, however, and it keeps this game in a 1-0 tally. But if you're Lakes Area, you want to keep that pressure up as we're underway here for second period action. And one of the notable things is for Lakes Area in both of the matchups so far in the first game and the second game between these teams that I mentioned in the first period is that Lakes Area has won 63% of the face-offs of both teams. Lakes Area, a very good face-off team, one of the best in the Lakes Area Conference. Notably, their face-off man, Brendan Moran, has done an exceptional job winning draws when he's needed to. That's a quick shot taken in there from center ice by number 20. That's Logan Bride. But the Vikings are very good on the face-off draw. They need to keep that up tonight if they want to keep this lead. And the Knights just trying to get some pressure. Already a minute gone almost in this first frame. 1:24 left to go on this power play for the Vikings. Their first of the night. And one of the Northern student section members has a microphone chirping to the Vikings players. Not sure if we'll see any commotion for that. But a great job by the Knights to clear this puck all the way. Getting in there was Devin Jennison to send it the length of the ice. And the Vikings have to restart. Richie Kuhn over the blue line. Heads inside. Over the blue line, skates alone, goes wide, tries to cut inside on Stern, and he has to glove that one down with the stick just under his pads. Richie Kuhn, the leading scorer for the Vikings through 5 games, has 4 goals, 4 assists, 8 total points. One of the better forwards on this Viking team that struggled to spread the wealth all season long. Their second best player in goal total is Georgi Taranov, who this season right now sits with 3 goals. But Richie Kuhn, notably, as we're talking about here, leads all point categories for the Vikings. So look for him to get on the scoring sheet. Now the Vikings on the power play. Attack. Inside the Knight zone. A quick slapper from the point. Taken by Kurzaja. That's easily gloved away by Stern as he saw it the whole way. 41 seconds to go in this first power play of the night for the Vikings. With 15:41 left in the second period. Only a minute and 20 gone in the first or second period here as this puck is sent rink wide by the Knights. Lakes Area only has 1 win on home ice this season as they share home ice with Walled Lake Northern here at Lakeland along with a couple other teams. This is the best start to the season through 8 games. A quick shot on goal by Shawnee Aarons. And Baxter has to make the diving save with the blocker to keep that one out of the net. What a chance there for Shawnee Aarons, the leading scorer for the Knights. 13 goals on the season. Now the Vikings come back the other way. Here's Kurzaja fighting with a Knight defender. That's Bayback behind the net. Tries to go a centering feed there for Kuhn, and he wasn't there to take the pass. And this one trickles all the way back to the near side benches, where it's taken over by Tyler Otten. He gets up the line with Fishback, and a quick shot on net. Gloved away there by Baxter for a stoppage in play, flashing the leather. So that first power play for the Vikings ends with no avail. They stay 1-0 in this game. 14:45 left to go in the second period. Quick shot on goal by Tyler Otten allows the Knights to get a face-off in the Vikings zone. It'll be Fishback taking it out there against number 8, Brendan Moran. The player being sent off the ice here by the referee, trying to keep this at 5-on-5. Face-off won by the Vikings. They start out on the break. Trying to send a centering feed was Logan Bryan, intended for number 7. Ryan Denowitz couldn't handle it, and it trickles all the way back to the other side. The Knights take over. Regrouping is Ferrero. Quick shot on goal by Fishback, and Baxter has to make the glove save. McCormick gets back there, and the Knights will regroup. Ferrero there. Tags up with McCormick. Turned the puck over on Denowitz's stick, and he sent this on a 1-on-3 deep into the Knights zone. And the Knights have to reset over the line. Quickly as Ferrero is helped there with Meckleberry. To the right circle. Tries to take a shot. Blocked away by the shin of a Viking defender. The Vikings from right to left in their green, silver, and black trim. The Knights from left to right in their black, maroon, and silver trim. Northern with the numbers on the shoulder pads, making it easier for the viewers and myself to read. Lakes area only with the numbers on the back. But they are a prime green and white texturing. As a puck sent rink wide by the Knights, Fishback for an icing. And this puck will come back to the other zone. Some tired bodies out there for the Knights. Devin Jennison and Bennett Miller out there, along with Tyler Skiles, Ryan Skakun, and Liam Leonard. Taking the face-off here will be Nicholas Cesardi for the Vikings. He lost that draw to Skiles, and he sends it out to center ice. Leonard pursued in there on the puck, and it was chopped away there by Jay Zimmerman. Now Zimmerman pursues him. The Knights controlling the Viking end. Here comes Bennett Miller, a slapper from the point, and that one's blocked with the glove of a Viking defender. And they send this back down rink wide, and this one come back now to their own net again for an icing. $13:15 left in the second period here. Back to even strength. The Vikings fail on their first power play attempt of the night, but they lead right now 1-0 after an early first period goal by Luke Peck of the Vikings to get them on the board. And the Vikings will switch out personnel here for this face-off. It'll be Skiles against number 8, Brendan Moran. Skiles won it. Sent it back to the point for Jennison, but couldn't keep it in at the point. And it's now called offsides. And so this puck will come back to the face-off just outside of the Knights bench. Lakeland Ice Arena has a very unique setup here to most rinks. Their upper stanchion here where myself and a few members of the press sit watching this game above the benches of both teams. To the left of me is Lakes Area United, and to the right is Walled Lake Northern, but an interesting setup here. We can't exactly see the benches and see the personnel that come on and off the ice until they get out there, but an interesting setup here in the Lakeland Ice Arena that's seen a lot of history, notably one of the best forwards to come from this place, Dylan Larkin, the captain forward for the Detroit Red Wings, a notably alumni of the Lakeland Hawks program here from Waterford, Michigan, where we sit today for the call of today's game. Myself, Devin Sarah, on the call right now, awaiting the face-off inside the Knights zone. That'll be Brendan Moran out there going up against Tyler Skiles for the Knights. Face-off won by Moran, but he couldn't keep it in the zone, and Liam Leonard starts out. Takes the puck away quickly, gets help with Skiles, and he's defended well. To the outside, he skates around with Kurzeja pursuing. Now Kurzeja poking in there on a few players. The Skiles over there with Tyler Otten to help out, and they're unable to keep it out. Lakes Area takes over. A diving play there by Ryan Skakun to knock the Lakeland player off the puck. That was Georgie Taranov getting checked there. A nice bump there. Not able to keep inside the Viking zone, however, was Cocoon, and it comes for an offside. 12:37 left in this second period. Walled Lake Central, or WLCWU, officially Walled Lake Central Western United with West Bloomfield added. The high school teams that combined for this team, they're off to their best start to a season through 8 games in the club's history with 4 wins on the season. And the only other time they had 3 wins through the first 8 games was the 2014-2015 season, where they played games as part of the Kensington Lakes Athletic Association Conference. So Lakes area off to their best start, and right now a good start in this game, up 1-0. Walled Lake Northern 3-2 on home ice this season. The last win at home came against Lakeland, against the Lakeland Eagles, one of their interconference rivals, in the Bogie Lake Challenge Cup game on December 11th. That Bogie Lake Challenge Cup goes to the winner of the 2 teams that share a road, Bogie Lake Road, just separating both the high schools, Lakeland and Northern, by 3 miles. That's a quick shot for the point taken there by Bryce Ferrero, just off the blocker's side of the goaltender Baxter. And this puck behind the net is corralled by the Vikings, and Logan Bryan will start up. The Knights pursue, however, through the wickets of the forward. Kuhn couldn't handle the pass, and the Knights come back the other way. They sent it deep, however, after they couldn't settle it down. Now for the Knights, Mickelberry settles it. Hill chases after the near side half wall. The Knights, an attacking zone. A quick block shot by Kuhn. A nice block there to use the shin after a shot taken by Fishback, and he's limping to get up as the Knights still in the attacking zone looking for something. Ferrero puts on the brakes in the far side half wall on Kuhn. Or rather, Ferrero. Ferrero intended a centering feed and nobody there to take it. Fishback now takes this puck at the point, and Cicereno couldn't handle it. And it comes back out to the center ice after it's skidded all the way off a Viking defender's skate. Chasing it at the far side corner is Logan Bryan for the Vikings. Takes a bump from McElmurray of the Knights. Over the line here, starts out number 40. That's Georgie Taranov. Checked hard against the boards by Luke Cicereno. And he'll have to start it out for the Knights. Once again, they reset. McElmurray attempted a pass for Ferrero that missed him. Puck skates both ways. Now it comes finally free to Ferrero at the Knights' attacking or defending zone. Turning the puck over there was Taranov. Sends it deep for Luke Peck, the only forward to have a goal tonight. Missed on the centering feed, however, and this puck trickles back all the way to center ice. Cocoon fought off there with Taranov, and Taranov made a nice move to get around a few defenders. Skiles takes a hard elbow, and that one's going to call for a roughing penalty as Taranov waves off the defender, Cocoon. Cocoon made a nice defensive play there to lay the body on Taranov, but it was kind of a rough angle, and it caused a roughing penalty to get him up high right in the head. So the Knights will go to their penalty kill, and the Vikings will head to their second power play of the night and the second of this period, as the penalty will be assessed to Ryan Cocoon. Tyler Cocoon. I called it a roughing, excuse me. It is an elbowing call. It looked originally like a roughing. It ends up being an elbowing call. So the Vikings, their second power play of the night, they'll start out in the Knights zone. Lakes Area United this season sitting at roughly a 40% power play according to our stat metrics, rather penalty kill. We don't have exact power play metrics, but shorthanded here comes in the Knights. Shawnee Aaron to the right circle. Shorthanded. Just trickles back to kill off time. As I was mentioning, Lakes Area, the point is, they had 0 power play goals against the Knights in their last game. One of the teams that struggles more on the power play. As we're going to have a whistle here. Looks like it was for an offside. But nonetheless, we're going to wait for the referees to assess this one, as the faceoff will probably come back towards Lakes Areas. Yes, a high stick, as one of the media members up here in the press box with me motions for a high stick. So faceoff will come back inside Lakes Area zone. Faceoff won by the Vikings, and it's corralled here behind his own net by Logan Bryan. Sends one to the right circle. Tic-tac-toe passing here for the Vikings. They start out in the attacking zone. 1 minute left in their power play, the second of the night for them. After the elbowing call assessed to Tyler Skiles. At the half wall. The Vikings looking somewhere to go with it. Kuhn intended a pass back to the point for Callison. That was met up there by Tyler Otten. A good interception, but they can't get out of the zone. Looking for a centering feed is Kuhn. Backhand shot there. Another great save by Stern. It's still loose in the crease, and that one finally cleared away by the Knights defender. Getting over there was Brent Geeson. Great chance there for the Vikings as it was Kuhn trying to send it on the backhand. Not able to close it past Stern. Now they start out with another chance. Centering feed there intended for Taranov from Denowitz. And this puck trickles back all the way to the point, and it's sent out of the zone. Not able to be kept in by the Knights. The Vikings, 15 seconds left in their power play. They'll get one more chance on the rush. And this pass to Taranov intended there by Denowitz, and this one sends all the way back deep into the Knights zone, and that'll just about do it for the Vikings' second power play, but still in the attack. The Knights trying to get it out of the zone. Back at the point there. Kept in there by Bride. Sends it deep. Met over there at the near side corner. In the Knights zone is the Vikings. Couple of players whacking away at it. The referees motioning to them to get it free. A Viking falls down to the ice. That's Richie Kuhn. And the Knights win the scrub in the corner, and they get it out. Tyler Skiles off the bench. Here he comes here. Cross-checks a player, but it's not called for a centering feed intended for Fishback. And making the diving glove stop there was Fishback to get his glove down on the ice. 7:17 gone in the second period. Left to go here for the Vikings. Lakes Area United coming off 2 wins against Troy United and Farmington Unified. They have a 2-game win streak for the first time in nearly, dating back to last season, nearly 10 months. Their last 2-game win streak came on March 12th and March 13th of last season. So the Vikings with a little bit of momentum starting out here. Walled Lake, Lakes Area United, excuse me. One of the better teams, as I mentioned, right now in this Lakes Valley Conference division, although they do sit 6th in the standings. With a win tonight, can jump the Lakeland Eagles in the standings in the Lakes Valley Conference and move up to 5th. Still in the hunt for that Lakes Valley Conference title, and so are the Knights. Here they come over the line. A quick shot there, blocked away by the shin of a Viking defender. That was Bayback getting in there, and he had to chase after this puck. It's still inside the zone. Back in the point, a quick shot from the point there by Liam Leonard. That one just off the blocker side of Baxter. Still inside the zone. Skiles takes a big hit right in front of the Northern student section of the far side half wall, but he lost his stick and has to go back to the bench for a new one. As an icing will be called here for the Vikings, and this one will come back to the other side. 6:11 left to go in this second period of play. And we're going to have a penalty coming up here, roughing. This one was assessed to the Knights. So Walled Lake Northern goes to the penalty kill once again. A roughing call there. We'll wait for a PA announcer here to verify the call before anything's made, but nonetheless, the Vikings will go to their 3rd power play of the night in the 3rd of this period after a roughing call. So a bad penalty there. It looked like there was a big hit in front of the Northern student section there. Might have been Danny Bayback, but nonetheless, the Vikings with a chance here. Halfway through the second frame. 6:11 left to go in this second period. Taking the face-off draw inside the Knights zone will be Brendan Moran against assistant captain Shawnee Aarons. So Tyler Skiles gets his 2nd penalty of the night. And Tyler Skiles, not one of the penalty leaders on this team, but nonetheless not something you'd like to see from Northern after they just got off the penalty kill earlier in this second period. Right now in a 1-0 game. Daniel Bennett for the Knights sends this puck rink wide where it's corralled behind his own net by Logan Bryan, and they'll regroup. To the blue line. It goes for Denowitz. Denowitz over the line, skates in, sends this puck deep behind the net. Skating in there was Gavin Hart, pursued by Tyler Otten. A centering feed in front for Kuhn, and that one just missed on the blade. A dangerous chance there for Richie Kuhn, the leading scorer for the Vikings. And the puck gets sent all the way back down the other way. We'll get a stoppage of play here coming up. So Daniel Bennett gets the roughing call there on Gavin Hart for the cross or the hit at the near side corner. So the Vikings going to go to a 5-on-3 here with just 5:31 left. They'll have about a minute and 20 on this 5-on-3. Tyler Skiles and Daniel Bennett, not something you want to see. Me and the press team heard here earlier, we're talking about one of the keys to the game was to not take penalties for the Knights. They couldn't afford to take bad penalties. They just took another one right there. So the Vikings with a great scoring chance here. Out there to take the faceoff draw will be Ryan Denowitz with Brendan Moran out there along with Logan Bryan. Bryan gets in the half wall for Richie Kuhn. Centering feed there, and a shot taken by Denowitz just off the blade of the stick of Stern and up and out of play in the slot. Walled Lake Northern. This will be the fourth power play once this 5-on-3 is done for the Vikings. Walled Lake Northern 15 for 17, now officially 17 for 19 on the penalty kill this season. That's good enough for 88.2%, so really good on the penalty kill, but they've got to be great here. That's a quick shot at their circling feed from Gavin Hart behind the net. Intended on the blocker side, didn't go. Vikings with some pressure here on the 5-on-3. Gavin Hart took a feed from Kuhn at the half wall, where the Knights get it out. Great pressure here from the Knights, and short-handed, here comes Patrick Fishback. 1-on-3, skates wide at the right circle, takes a quick shot for the right circle, and that one just went wide on the blocker side of Baxter. Now here comes Lakes area on a 3-on-2. Over the line is Denowitz. Leaves it there for Moran. Moran gets into the slot. A shot attempt there by Logan Bryan, just fanned on it, but they keep it in the zone. Richie Kuhn back in the far point. Back to the left circle there for Denowitz. Quick shot there, blocked down by Stern, and he has to make the diving glove stop on the ice to get the whistle with 23 seconds left in this 5-on-3. As both teams will get fresh bodies out here. The Vikings with two dangerous scoring chances there. John Jonas Stern, the senior goaltender from Walled Lake, has a record of 5-1 so far in the season. Sits at a .902 save percentage. Jonas Stern, the veteran goaltender for this Knights team, has, for goaltender's sake, I believe he sits in the top 3 in games played all time for goaltenders for the Knights. And Jonas Stern has to be clutch right here, as he'll just whistle this one down after a puck was sent deep behind the net by Jack Callison, and it bounced out to his glove behind the net. So 4:19 left to go in the second period. Just 8 seconds left on this 5-on-3 for the Vikings. They'll get Tyler Skiles after his roughing penalty assessed 2 minutes ago back out there. And the Knights won the draw, so they get it deep out of the zone. Nick McCormick skates in there. Pursued there by Max Kurzaja, and some nice pressure to kill off time. It's just 35 seconds left, and now the fourth power play of the night for the Vikings. Kurzaja sent this puck deep and took him up from McCormick. And this puck sent deep by the Knights once again. A great job getting in there was Tyler Otten at the benches to send this puck deep and kill off more time. So 17 seconds left, and we're going to have once again another penalty coming up here. This time it's going to be on the Vikings. That's Georgi Taranov going to the box. So the Knights get the penalty. It's a tripping call there on Georgi Taranov. He was met up there with number 88, Shawnee Aarons at the center boards, far side to us. And it allows the Knights to go to a power play in 17 seconds. 17 seconds, they'll have the 4-on-4 here for both teams. And so the Vikings won the draw. They sent it deep. And this puck whistled down after it was called a hand pass, or a high stick. So the faceoff will come back to the Knights zone. Personnel out there for the Knights: Liam Leonard, Devin Jennison, Nick McCormick, and Shawnee Aarons on the 4-on-4. Brendan Moran for the Vikings takes the draw. This one will be their only 4-on-4 after they now will go to the penalty kill in 5 seconds. The Knights D-men tag up here in their own zone to regroup. And now Devin Jennison skates through center. Over the blue line, met there with Bayback. Turns, waits for help with Leonard, still holds it. Goes D to D with Nick McCormick. McCormick takes a slapper, and that one easily stopped in the chest protector of the Tendy Baxter for the stop. Michael Baxter, the junior goaltender, made a few nice saves so far tonight. He had to make one right there on the clapper attempt from Nick McCormick at the top of the dots. And so the faceoff will come to the Vikings zone. 1:32 left to go in this second period. Or rather, 1:32 left to go in this power play, the second of the night for the Knights only, and 3:14 to go in the second. They won the draw. It was Shawnee Aarons winning it. Gets it down low to the near side for Leonard. Rather Bayback. Bayback skates in. Rebound chance in front for Leonard, and he couldn't get his stick on it to get the shot off. Goes back down low for Aarons. Aarons behind the net. Wants to go center somewhere. Waits, turns, shoots, and that one's easily blocked down with the glove of Baxter for the stop. The Knights get a great chance there off of Shawnee Aarons to get on the board. Lakes Area United right now leading the Knights 1-0. You're joining us live from Lakeland Ice Arena in the second matchup between these two teams in 3 weeks. And the Knights start up in the power play. Devin Jennison back down low for Bayback. It's loose in front, and Shawnee Aarons couldn't make it home. Puck comes free to the right circle. The Knights control. Shawnee Aarons makes a nice move, shoots off the post, rebound, and this puck goes free all the way down the other end of the ice. What a chance by Shawnee Aarons. Deked a couple of Vikings defenders in the slot, trying to go near side, and baked it off the post off a wrister. What a shot by the Knights leading scorer. And he comes back once again for the shot attempt, and that one's blocked in the shin by a Viking defender. What a chance for the Knights. 23 seconds to go in their power play. And now they're pursuit of their own end. They all have to regroup. They'll get fresh bodies out here. Both student sections are fired up. The Knights bench coming alive off of that scoring chance from Shawnee Aarons. You might have even heard it on the broadcast. Off the iron and out. So this game remains 1-0 in favor of Lakes Area. Now shorthanded, here's the Vikings. Over the line is Peck. Sends this puck deep to the near side there. Over there is Brendan Moran. Moran back to the point for Zimmerman. Zimmerman set it down low, and blowing a tire was Moran took a hard hit into the boards. Good to see him get up, but he'll skate gingerly as here come the Knights the other way. Fishback with a wrister, and Baxter had to make the blocker save far side there after Fishback wristed it. And here come the Knights once again. Fishback sends it back down low, centering feed for McElmurray, and he couldn't get enough on it for the shot after a tipping feed. Puck comes free to the far side half wall. Geeson at the point. Takes a wrister once again. Blocked in front. Rebound chance. And that one skates all the way to the far side corner. And the Vikings will get it out. Power play ends for the Knights. Here come the Vikings over the way. Toronto out of the box. In the right circle. Tries to center feed it to Peck, and he's blocked away by the defender off the shin. That was Geeson to get in there. It's tied up in the Knights zone at the half wall. From left to right, the Walled Lake Northern Knights in their black, maroon, silver trim. The Vikings in their white, silver, black, and green trim. Both teams now will reset after an awesome transition from both teams right there. And now the Knights looking for an awesome chance here. Brendan Geeson over the line. Moves past one defender. Behind the net, knocked off there by Kurzaja. And the puck comes free to the near side half wall inside the Vikings zone. Toronto just chips this puck out of the zone, and both teams will have to reset. They get a fresh body out there. Auden comes off the bench. Now here come the Knights on a 3-on-2. Moving into Skiles alone. Skiles goes to the backhand shot. Scores! Skiles gets on the board off the backhand, and it's 1-1. They get even. What a shot by Tyler Skiles. The puck was turned over at center ice after Toronto cleared it. And the Knights, after the Vikings, they caught them out trying to move back into the bench for a change, and it led to a 3-on-2 breakaway really for Tyler Skiles, and he just lifts it glove side over the goaltender Michael Baxter, and the Knights get even with 5 seconds left in the second period. Tyler Skiles took 2 penalties earlier in this period, but he gets the Knights back even in this game, and that'll do it for the second period. What a final 3 minutes from the Walled Lake Northern Knights. A couple of great scoring chances on the power play from Shawnee Aarons. They killed off the 5-on-3. They killed off the 2-3 power plays from the Vikings, and they'll go into the locker room feeling happy. Stay with us. We'll be back for your second intermission report to recap all the action. Stay with us. You're listening live to Lakes Valley Hockey on YouTube. Back inside Lakeland Ice Arena here from Waterford, Michigan, as right now the Northern Knights and the Lakes Area United Vikings sit even at 1-1. That second period, late in the second, the Knights with just 5 seconds left in the period. Tyler Skiles, unassisted, skates it over the blue line and goes backhand of the goaltender Michael Baxter to make this a 1-1 game. Walled Lake Northern gets this one even for just the second time in the 2 meetings through 2 periods against Lakes Area United as we head to the third for the start. Vikings went to 4 power plays in that period after 2 roughing calls, a tripping, and a cross-check assessed to the Knights. But the Knights killed off all 4 penalties, and now they come into this third period right now 0 for 3 on the power play after their 1 power play opportunity with just 3 minutes left. It was Shawnee Aarons with a nice scoring chance in the low slot area on the goaltender Baxter to ring it off the iron short side, just barely keeping this game at 1-0. But right after that was the goal by Tyler Skiles. So 1-1 after 2 periods. Me and the media member here up in the press box of Lakeland Ice Arena were talking before that period. But Walled Lake Northern the last 3 minutes doing a great job to keep up the forecheck pressure, really getting high-quality shots on the goaltender Baxter and playing their style of hockey so well. That is that physicality, laying the body, and although credit to the penalties assessed to the Knights for the roughing calls and the cross-checks, they've done a great job laying the body and then being relentless on the forechecks. So they come into this third period right now with the ice tilted in their favor, and they're going to look to keep it up here. As from right to left, the Walled Lake Northern Knights in their maroon, silver, and black trim. The Lakes Area United Vikings, made up of Waterford United, West Bloomfield, and Walled Lake Central in their green, white, and black trim. It's a quick shot on net on the goaltender Baxter from Auten, just off the chest protector and squirted wide towards the right circle. And it's cleared all the way back down to the other way by the Vikings, and they'll get fresh bodies out there. A great second period in the last 5 minutes, as I mentioned, for the Knights. They really have tilted the momentum after Lakes Area was keeping up most of the pressure. Official shot total is 24-14 in favor of Walled Lake Northern. So dominating the forecheck, and here comes Auten. Gets a quick shot on net, rebound chance in that one. Having to make the diving stop was Baxter after a great feed in front from Shawnee Aarons to Tyler Auten, just missed on the blade and off the right pad of the goaltender. And a wraparound chance for McCormick, and it's still loose, and Baxter has to make the diving blocker save, and it comes free. From the side, a breakout chance here. Moving in line is Richie Kuhn, the leading scorer. Shot, makes a shot wide, far side. And on the other side there, Ferraz made up with it. Kuhn gets it back, however, after Ferrero couldn't handle it. Kuhn to the right circle, still has the puck. What a chance for Richie Kuhn. Great transition from both teams. Inside the Knights zone, the Vikings started their forecheck. Quick shot from the point there, missed off a body, and it went wide to the far side corner. This one is taken by Peck. Chips this puck over to his forward, Brendan Moran, who couldn't handle it. And back out the center come the Knights. Taking it over here was Bryce Ferrero, and it trickled all the way back here into the bench area. So we're going to wait for the stoppage of play. Penalty could be coming up here to the Knights. So an interference call at the near side board sends the Vikings to their 5th power play of the night. The play happened right below the ice here. Nick Ciceretto for the Knights. Luke Ciceretto, number 13, just got interfered a player for the Vikings in front of the benches, and it leads to a 5th power play for the Vikings now. It's a quick shot's taken on net by number 17, Jay Zimmerman. Now Zimmerman shovels this puck back into the Knights zone, but it's whistled down after a high stick. A 1-1 game so far, 14:40 left to go in this third period of play now. Live from Lakeland Ice Arena, I'm Devin Sarah on the call for today's game for the second and final meeting between the Walled Lake Northern Knights and the Lakes Area United Vikings in the Lakes Valley Conference. Walled Lake Northern trying to take over first place in the Lakes Valley Conference over Walled Lake Western, who beat them the other night. And both teams, Walled Lake Western and Walled Lake Northern, sit at the top of the standings in the Lakes Valley Conference with 14 points. But Western has the tiebreaker for that division game 1. Walled Lake Western in the standings right now with a record of 7-4, or rather 7-3-1, excuse me, leading the Knights. And a big hit laid out against the boards in the Viking zone there. That was taking it. Tyler Skiles, again, laid the body a couple times tonight. Hasn't always gotten lucky with the calls, but right there, he just absolutely laid it to number 20, Logan Bryan of the Vikings. And now a quick puck turned over here shorthanded as Shawnee Aarons dangles a few players. Leaves it for Tyler Otten. Otten and Aarons tag up inside the Viking zone. Shorthanded. Aarons moves in for the shot. Didn't get a lot on it after he skated past a few defenders. And just getting the stick in there to deflect the shot was Jack Callison. And now Callison regroups behind his own net. Gets pickpocketed there by Bennett Miller of the Knights. And Miller sent this puck deep, but he sent it accidentally up into the netting just in front of the Viking student section. And so this one's going to get a stoppage of play. Could be delay of game here. We'll see what's assessed. No delay of game. This puck, or this power play, will stay at 5-on-4 as Bennett Miller for the Knights just lifted it high up and out of play. And the faceoff will come towards closest to the Knights zone at center ice. Faceoff won by the Vikings. Get back to retrieve it is Jack Callison. Pursued by Tyler Otten. Pitching in was Otten, but couldn't intercept the pass. That was Denowitz, intended there for Kuhn, and it's pickpocketed there by Otten. Now back to retrieve it is Kurzaja. Takes it to his own bench. Meets up there with Ryan Denowitz. Denowitz gets it over the line. To the right circle, stands in a lone shot near side, and that one just went wide of the glove of Stern. Back to the point, however, and quick shot for the point again, and Stern says no with the chest protector after a shot from the point. Just 5 seconds left. That shot taken by number 4 is that Max Kurzaja of the Vikings. 5 seconds to go in their power play. And they'll get the face-off in the Knights zone with 13:04. But we're going to get another penalty coming up here for a cross-check here. That was assessed towards the Knights. So the Vikings will stay on the power play and will go to their now 6th of the night after the cross-check. 13:04 left to go in this third period of play. The Vikings 5-on-3 for 5 seconds, but faceoffs won by the Knights, pending Fishbach. Well, Bennett Miller takes the penalty there on the cross check to Max Kurzaja, and the Vikings will head to their 6th power play of the night. 5-on-4, quick shot near side there by the forward Denowitz, and he couldn't get a lot on it. But rather, that was Nicholas Cesardi getting the shot off. He controls. Back over to Toronto. Toronto took a shot for the right circle, and that one banked off the right pad of Stern and went wide towards the far side half wall. And then I'd shovel this one out of the zone. That's number 12, Denny Bayback, to get it out, and they'll get fresh bodies out there in the penalty kill. The Knights haven't allowed a power play goal tonight, but the Vikings have been on this forecheck for a while inside their zone, looking to get back up 2-1. Quick shot from Toronto for the right circle again, and Stern has to glove this one down. Tried to go through the wickets in the 5-hole, and he had none of that. So 1:10 left in their power play for the Vikings. They're 6th of the night, 12-13 left to go in this third period of play. The Vikings this season, as I aforementioned earlier, looking for their 3rd straight win. It would be their first time winning 3 straight games since the 2014-2015 season. And a quick blast in the front, rebound chance, they score! A quick shot from the point that rebounded in front for Jay Zimmerman. And the Vikings capitalize on the power play. It's 2-1. Logan Bryan from the far blue line took a shot that bounced off the right pad of Stern, went in front there, and a wide open net for Zimmerman to bank it home. The sophomore, officially Zimmerman, gets his first of the season in about 5 games played. Ryan Denowitz had the goal there. I called it as number 17, Jay Zimmerman, but it was actually forward Ryan Denowitz, so apologies for that one. That'll be Ryan Denowitz's goal, his second of the season, and only 4 games played. What a job by Denowitz to get to the front of the net. The Vikings really, after that cross-check, had a great chance with 5 seconds left in their 5th power play, the one preceding Bennett Miller's cross-check, but going back in the power play, kept up that forecheck, and it was only a matter of time until they got a rebound chance in front. So because of that, they will lead this game 2-1. Ryan Denowitz, his second of the season, assisted by Logan Bride. And for Logan Bride, that'll be his 4th assist of the season, and that ties him now, or rather puts him solo for 3rd place in points behind Ryan Denowitz and Richie Kuhn. So great job by Lakes Area with just 12 minutes left to go in this game. They lead 2-1. Now Denowitz, who had the goal just earlier, 30 seconds ago, pickpockets Tyler Otten in the Knights' end. And the far side corner, they'll fight for it. But we're going to get a penalty coming up here. Once again. This might be on the Knights once again. It'll be a cross check, and we'll wait for the assessment here. It looks like it's going to be on the Vikings. So I stay mistaken. The Vikings now have to go to the penalty kill after Gavin Hart's cross check. Gavin Hart scored in the first game against the Knights, and this will allow the Knights to go to their 4th power play of the night. And a big chance here for Northern as they have to try and get even quickly. Denny Bayback took a shot for the point, and that one went wide and trickled to the near far side corner. Tyler Otten pursues in. Pitches it back to McCormick, and it's back turned over at the point. McCormick had his stick knocked away there by Richie Kuhn. And that one's going to evade a stoppage in play. And we're going to have a penalty coming up here to the Vikings for a slashing. That's number 22, Richie Kuhn, slashed the stick out of Nick McCormick's stick of the Knights. And this is going to put them to a 5-on-3 with 11:21 to go in the 3rd. And they'll have 1:40 on the 5-on-3. So Richie Kuhn goes to the box after Gavin Hart took a penalty earlier. And the Knights get a chance now for the 5-on-3 as a timeout taken here by head coach Claude Tudison of the Knights. We'll wait for both teams to regroup at the benches and assess a plan of action here for the 5-on-3. So the Vikings, after they got some timely back-to-back penalties off of Bennett Miller and the cross-check there, that led to their second goal of this game. They now have to go to the penalty kill and kill off the Knights' power play. The Knights this season sit at a 63.6 power play tonight. Or coming into this game, we're a 63.6 tonight. This is their 4th power play of the night. They are 0 for 3 so far. And this will be 5-on-3 chance here with 11:21 to go. Looking to get back even in this game after Tyler Skiles made a nice move to go on the backhand over the glove side of the goaltender for the Vikings, Michael Baxter, to get this game even 1-1 with just 5 seconds left in the second. And this is a chance here for the Knights, more importantly, to tilt the ice in their favor as they'll get their top power play group out there. Shawnee Aaron's out there with Tyler Otten. He'll have Denny Bake out there with Luke Ciceretto and Nick McCormick. So McCormick, after taking the slash, will stay out there. The Vikings will have Logan Bride, Brendan Moran, and Ryan Denowitz out there on the 5-on-3 penalty kill. And a crucial one here coming up as the Knights look to get even. It's Aarons and Moran to take the draw. Aarons won it, got it back to the point for McCormick. McCormick goes D-to-D with Ciceretto. To the right circle, takes a shot, and that one sticked away by the goaltender Baxter. It comes free to the right circle. This one, wraparound chance here for McCormick, and it got blocked in front by Moran. This one now tied up at the near side of the circle. Half wall. Back to Ciceretto with the point. Ciceretto holds, waits, back down low. No shot yet for the Knights. Shawnee Aarons wraps around the net. Tries to take a centering feed over there intended for Tyler Otten, and it's intercepted there by Ryan Denowitz, and he sends it the length of the ice. 1 minute left to go in this 5-on-3 for the Knights. 10:38 in this third period. They're looking to get back even within one after the Ryan Denowitz goal. Shawnee Aarons moves in quick, takes a centering feed for Bayback, and he didn't get everything on it, and it just went wide of Baxter. Comes free back to the point. And now to the center ice for Tyler Otten. Jennison, left there from McCormick. Skates over the blue line. At the far side corner. Now to the point. D to D for McCormick. McCormick, back to Jennison in the slot. Takes it. Rebound chance in front. They score! Shawnee Aarons gets the rebound from Devin Jennison. And the Knights are back even. It's 2-2. Jennison took the shot from the high slot after he got some clear ice, and Shawnee Aarons was over there to bang it home after Baxter was not able to handle it down. And so Shawnee Aarons will get his 14th of the season unofficially here. Devin Jennison will get the assist. That's his 5th of the season. And the Knights student section is fired up after that goal. And with the 5-on-3 penalty, they'll stay on the power play for 46 seconds after this one due to the slashing call on Richie Kuhn. So as we're waiting to assess, I believe they should give this goal to Shawnee Aarons. We'll wait and see what's assessed here. Referees gather at the Warriors bench talking with head coach John McMahon. They might be challenging the call on the ice of the goal, but it is clearly over the line, as they might have been pursuing a goaltender interference call right there. But nonetheless, this goal will stand, and with 10:06 left to go in the third frame, it's 2-2. So the Knights get revenge from the other night. After being down 2-1 in that game, they get that late goal that gets them even. The Knights, a second half team now, have scored more than 2/3 of their goals this season in the second period or later. So now, from center ice, the Knights win the draw with some momentum. Devin Jennison, 5-on-4 for the Knights now. Jennison over the line. Pickpocketed there by Luke Peck, and he sends it back out to center ice, where it's met up by Bayback. Feeds it back down for Otten, and Otten blew a tire at the Viking blue line, and just clearing the puck away was Ryan Denowitz. Now Stern will hold. Pursued in by Taranov. Taranov has to fight off Bayback, and Bayback wins that battle. He gets it over to Jennison at center ice. Intended there for Skakun, that missed on the pass. Aarons trying to dig it over Peck, and he got pickpocketed once again. Power play is over for the Knights. They're 5th of the night, but they go officially 1 for 5 on the power play. They get the only power play goal tonight off of Shawnee Aarons, assisted by Devin Jennison. And the Knights fired up in this game. Keep it even. Faceoff will come back towards the Vikings zone, and it'll be Brendan Moran taking it with Tyler Skiles. The Knights lost the draw, and Skakun trying to pursue after Kuhn at the far side point. Gave a little give and go to Gavin Hart, and Hart's getting over the blue line, but was taken away by the Knights. And now Skakun digs over the way, pickpocketed once again by Kuhn of the Vikings, and this one comes free towards the Vikings zone. They'll regroup behind the net. Tyler Otten took this one away, and it came back to McCormick at the point. McCormick skates into the slot, pursued by a couple players. Still has it on his stick, and is not able to handle his puck as it comes back free to center. Both teams make changes here, get fresh bodies on the ice. A bad centering pass taken away by Skiles from the Vikings. Turnover. Sent in front there by a player. That was trying to get in there was Denowitz. And this one finally pokes free up the wing. Kuhn. Here he comes swiftly to the right circle. Pursued by Skakun. Tries to get a centering free to Skakun. Did a nice job to get in there. And the puck trickles free all the way to the glove of Stern. And he gloves this one down. And Stern not happy with Kuhn, who moved in quickly there to get the shot on, will glove this one down. 8:13 left to go in this third frame, live from Lakeland Ice Arena. The second and final meeting between Walled Lake Northern and Lakes Area United. Both of these teams coming off dominant performances against their former opponents. Notably was the last game for Lakes Area, Farmington United, a 5-0 win in that game. That's a quick shot from the point. Stern has to control it. Rebound chance. And the puck was just lifted over the net by Brendan Moran. What a chance for the Vikings. Excuse my interruption there, as a puck was thrown in front by Kuhn off the faceoff draw. It came free, and Moran tried to backhand it, and it just went wide over the goal. What a chance there for the Vikings. But nonetheless, the puck comes free the other way. Now skating in is Luke Peck into the ninth zone. Pursued by Jennison. Gets boarded into the far side corner. And it gets it back down low for Peck. Peck tries to wrap around. He's pursued there by Bennett Miller. Nice defensive stand to poke that one away. And Ferrero will send this one out of the zone, or intended to, but Brendan Moran kept it in for the Vikings. At the far side corner. Peck takes it. Takes a quick shot on that, and that one had to be gloved down and blocked away by Stern, who keeps it alive. And this one's lifted out to center and all the way back down for an icing by the Knights. 7:13 left to go in this third frame. As I was saying, the Knights, a dominant win last night against Tawas, the Indians, on the road there at an 8-1 victory. It took the 2-hour trip back home to play here against Lakes Area United. They also won on the road against Farmington Unified, and they came back on home ice. Both these teams fresh off a couple of wins this season. Lakes Area sits with a record of 4-4 so far, 2-2 in division play. And with a win tonight, it's a quick shot for the point taken there by Logan Bryan, just gloved down by the goaltender Stern. Both these teams looking to advance their positions in Lakes Valley Conference, as Walled Lake Northern comes into this game officially second, tied with Walled Lake Western at 14 points. Lakes Area United comes into tonight 6th place, but only 1 point behind the Lakeland Eagles, who sit 5th place at 9 points. So a win would leapfrog them with 2 points in the standings to 5th, and a win tonight for the Knights would leapfrog them to 1st, back to 1st in Lakes Valley Conference. As we're going to get stoppage of play here. Looked like a high stick. Faceoff will come back in front of the Lakes Area United bench. The referee telling a player to calm down, rather a coach, someone on the bench for Lakes Area United, but nonetheless they win the draw. Lakes Area does. And now they start out with it. Gavin Hart over the line. Pursued there by Tyler Skiles of the Knights. And a nice defensive stand to keep him from centering in for an attack. Shawnee Aaron's now on the attack the other way. Bayback has a centering feed for Otten, and he tries to get a shot off. And it doesn't get everything on it. Otten sends it back to the point for Cicerano. Tipped in front, but it went wide. Lakes Area sends it out of their own zone. Up the wing comes Logan Bryan. Leaves it there on a give and go for Gavin Hart, who just throws this puck deep to Stern, and he'll leave it there for his forward, Brendan Geeson. Geeson puts on the brakes on a defender and goes D-to-D there with number 9, Dylan Rayback. Now Rayback holds. Rayback tags again with Geeson. Geeson sends it up the wing to Otten. Here comes Otten on a one-on-one over the line. Lifts this puck to the far side corner, goes behind the net, pursued by Logan Bryan. Leaves it there with Bayback. Bayback and Gavin Hart chasing to pursue. And Shawnee Aarons came in to pickpocket it away. Aarons tried to give a centering free that was blocked away by the shin of a Viking. And this one comes back towards centering ice, and a centering feed from Sean Aarons trying to get the shot off. And he was sticked away there by Logan Bryan. Nice job to get it out. Now Bryan trying to move in through center ice, or rather that was Jack Callison moving in, and Nick McCormick had none of that. Nice stop there by him. Shielding the puck is McCormick from the defender, Hart. Give and go to Skiles. Missed on the pass, and a big hit laid there by Liam Leonard on the forward, Nicholas Cesardi. And the Knights student section likes that one. 5:15 left to go in this third period. Clapper from the point by Kurzaja, and Stern says no with the glove. You're joining us live from Lakeland Ice Arena with just 5:10 to go in this third frame between Walled Lake Northern and Lakes Area United. The second and final meeting between these teams. Lakes Area won the first game 2-1 in a late surge by the Vikings to go up 2-1. But the Knights avenged themselves for that game and get the goal that they missed back. And now it's a 2-2 game even here at Deuces. Tyler Scouts makes a nice move for the way. Takes a wrister but doesn't get everything on it. A nice job by Ryan Denowitz to get in there with the stick and prevent him from getting the wrister off. So the Vikings regroup in their own end. 5 minutes to go in the third period. We're even at 2. Kerzaja tried to get a centering feed for Cesardi over the blue line and missed on it. And they had to clear this puck all the way back down. It comes free now. Jennison on his own blue line. Tags up with his D partner, Bennett Miller. Intended a centering feed for Tyler Skiles, and it missed on him and went all the way to the Viking zone. No icing, though, and the Vikings have to get it out of their own end now. Now Kuhn up the wing. Sends it there for Taranov. Taranov holds with it. And a broken stick as a frustrated Lakes Area player comes back to the bench. Didn't like the passing there from Taranov. Now the Knights start up with a forecheck. To the center zone. Trying to get a shot of his Skiles, far side, and just goes wide. Now McElmary. Back down low for Skiles. Leaves it there, and a blocker saved there by Baxter as he just had to get this one shifted short side for the shot attempt. And it comes free now. The Vikings get it out of the zone. A long stretch pass in for Luke Peck. And here come the Knights the other way. Devin Jennison from a shot from the right circle, and that one easily blocked down. Didn't get a lot on it. But he came into the zone. Bennett Miller through the wickets. Pickpocketed by Luke Peck, and he clears this one out. And now it's getting his Taranov on the defender Fishback. No tie up of the boards. Taranov won the race. Tries to go wraparound, and a nice defensive stand by Jennison. But Stern has lost his stick. And a shot attempt for the point missed by the Vikings. And here come the Knights out to center. 3:13 left to go in the third period. Puck turned over at center by the Knights. A back and forth transition in for both teams. And the student section of the Knights is fired up, rallying their team to get going to gain the lead on this Viking team. Inside the Knights zone it comes to Taranov. Taken away there by Bayback. Rather Fishback left it. Give a go there for Otten. Once again, a shot by Fishback. Scores! From the top of the right circle! Goes under the blocker side of the goaltender Baxter. And the captain gives the Knights a 3-2 lead. The Knights on the give and go. Tyler Otten left it there for Fishback at the top of the right circle. And he claps this one that just went under the blocker. A frustrated Michael Baxter wishes he had that one back. But with 2:47 to go, the Knights take a 3-2 lead. Oh, it gets the assist on the goal by Patrick Fishback, the captain of this team. And that's Bayback's 6th of the season. Officially puts him now solo for 3rd in points. And what a job. But here come the Vikings the other way quickly now. Over the line, a quick shot by Bennett Miller. And that one wide. Rebound chance, and Logan Bryan got a shot off. And Stern blocked that one down. And we're going to have some more. Richie Kuhn over there by Brendan Geeson in front of the crease. And they threw a punch or two. The referees didn't like that one, but Geeson's having none of it. And the Northern student section absolutely fired up right now as referees gather to break this one up. Geeson's going to come off the ice here. Kuhn will have his glove off. Looks like he'll stay out there for now. We're going to keep this at a 5-on-5. No minor penalties assessed just yet. And what a job by the Knights to rally back. And just an odd shot from the point. Really almost a slap shot like from Fishback that just went under the blocker side. Sort of, if you've ever seen the clip of Steve Yzerman, blue line chance under the St. Louis Blues goaltender, it looked kind of just like that. And it gives the Knights a 3-2 lead with just 2 minutes to go. The Knights looking to go to first place in the Lakes Valley Conference Stands if they can hold on. And a quick clapper taken by Logan Bryan to the point. The Vikings not done yet. As a turnover here. Here comes up the wing really quick. Shawnee Aarons. Aarons digs a couple of players. Lost on a stick. It was his pickpocketed by Ryan Denowitz. And here come the Vikings the other way on the transition. Pursued by Aarons and lost on his stick. Nice job, Aarons, to get the poke check. Quick shot on net by Bryan, and that one blocked away by the pad. Still free. It comes to the Knights zone. The Vikings control. Another shot attempt. And Stern says no with the glove on the shot from Kurzaja. It's still in the Knights zone. The Vikings at the top of the circle. Denowitz blocked it in front there by McCormick. The Knights, 1:38 to go. Looking to even the series in these teams. Lakes area won the first game 2-1. And with the win tonight, the Knights looking to go to first place in Lakes Valley Conference standings, but they have to hold on for a minute and 25. Here come the Vikings. Over the line is Luke Peck. Pursued by Devin Jennison. Knocked off the puck, and Tyler Otten takes it now. Cross ice to Miller. Miller clears his puck down the way, and it's going to come back to their own zone for an icing. 1:11 to go in the third period here. Walled Lake Northern scores 2 goals in 18 minutes to first get the game even off the stick of Patrick Fishback to give them the lead late here in the third period. And we're going to have a timeout here from head coach John McMahon of the Lakes Area United Eagles. Or Vikings, excuse me. So we'll wait for this penalty. They'll take a timeout. We will as well. We'll be right back. Stay with us for the final minute in this third period. Walled Lake Northern 3, Lakes Area 2. Face off back in the Knights zone. 1:10 to go in the third period. It's a giveaway. Here's Tyler Skiles. Had to go early for the empty net. Scores! Tyler Skiles gets his second of the night, and he'll finish it. The Knights lead 4-2. Late there, a decision by Coach John McMahon of the Vikings to pull the goaltender Baxter. And after the face-off draw was initially won by the Vikings, Tyler Skiles made a great effort to pursue the puck as it was free behind the circle, and he skates in for the empty net goal. And that'll just about do it with 1:05 left to go in the third period. The Knights will go to first place in the Lakes Valley Conference ahead of Walled Lake Western and improve to an 8-4 record. Tyler Skiles with his second goal of the night, unassisted on the empty net. And for the Vikings, that's going to sting after they led the game for the majority of this game, as we got a player down here. That's Tyler Otten near the northern bench. That was Logan Bryan laying the body, and it looks like Bryan might even go to the box here as Otten's laying down to the ice right now. Hard for that. And the Northern student section is chirping the player Bryan with W's in the air as this game just about over, but Tyler Otten's still down on the ice right now. We'll wait to see if he gets up. His teammates are over there to help him up. Otten will skate gingerly back to the bench here. So, waiting to see if penalties are assessed here. What a job by Walled Lake Northern. They've scored 3 unanswered goals now to give them the 4-2 lead. Starting it off was Tyler Skiles and that breakout chance at the end of the second period with just 5 seconds left to get the backhand. Then it was Tyler Skiles to get the game within 2 on the 5-on-5, or even at 2 on the 5-on-5. Lakes area answered, however, as Ryan Denowitz scored the rebound goal on Stern. And it led to the Knights' 3rd goal off the stick of Patrick Fishback for the game-winning goal, as Liam Leonard hyping up the student section here right in front of us on the Knights. Really enjoyed his performance. Liam Leonard, number 14 out there, really quiet all game, but has been exceptional when he's needed to, winning puck battles and really just passing the puck all around well. And he'll walk out of here with the rest of this Walled Lake Northern team with the win as Stern takes a clapper shot from the point. Lakes Area United came into tonight with a 2-game win streak, their first since March of last year, and that one's going to end here. But a valiant effort from the Lakes Area United Vikings, who have been playing well since the return to play over the Christmas break, as we'll get some more extracurriculars here in front of the Knights student section. As players gather, they're all fired up about that one, shaking the glass. But what a job by this team to rebound, as I mentioned. Tyler Skiles gets 2 goals tonight for the empty netter, along with Patrick Fishback and Sean Ahrens, as it looks like we'll have a too many men on the ice for the Knights, as they're prematurely celebrating here with 13 seconds to go in this game. But nonetheless, this game will end with the Knights' victory. Gavin Hart, Shawnee Ahrens gathering there to give stick taps to each other. Credit to players like Gavin Hart. Richie Kuhn was exceptional tonight and didn't get on the scoring sheet all that much other than an assist tonight. Richie Kuhn did, but Lakes Area United off to their best start, as I mentioned, in the club's history with 4 wins through now what will be their first 9 games still. The other games today taking place was Milford and Granville. Awaiting the finish of that game, Milford will stay in 4th place now with this loss, as the empty net's still out there for the Vikings, but it's not enough. The Knights come back to Lakeland Ice Arena just 3 weeks later after Lakes Area United beat them 2-1. They win the cup here at Lakeland Ice Arena. Northern wins it 4-2. And they'll climb the student section here on the net moorings to celebrate with their fellow students. The Knights scored 3 unanswered in the second and third periods to take the lead, and they win the Lakes Area Challenge Cup here back on home ice, and even the season series against Lakes Area 1-1 with a 4-2 victory. Stay with us. We'll be back for the post-game show presented by Live Central Media Sports Network. You've been listening to Lakes Valley Hockey here on YouTube. Back live with you from Lakeland Ice Arena. The final score here: Walled Lake Northern 4, Lakes Area United 2. The Knights scored 3 unanswered in the second and third period to take the win over Lakes Area. They evened the season series at 1 apiece, as Lakes Area won the first game between these two teams 3 weeks ago, 2-1, and they take this game 4-2. Now time for our 3 stars of the game, presented by Live Central Media Sports Network. The first star going to Tyler Skiles, had 2 goals tonight and had this tying goal here late to get the Knights, the original tying goal to get the Knights back within 1. Second star of the game will go to Patrick Fishback for the game-winning goal tonight. Played exceptional on both ends of the ice, defensively and at forward when he needed to, and got the game-winning goal. And the third star of the night will go to Jonah Stern, saving on unofficially 33 shots tonight to Lakes Area's 21. Lakes Area shots officially 33, Walled Lake Northern's 38, and an excellent job by goaltender Michael Baxter all night to keep the game close. What an effort by Lakes Area as well. They will stay, however, 6th place in the Lakes Valley Conference standings. But with that win, Walled Lake Northern sits solely in first place at the top of the Lakes Valley Conference standings now with 16 points ahead of Walled Lake Western. They improved to a record of 8-3-1, 16 points on the season. Goals scored once again by Shawnee Aarons. He gets his 14th of the season. That puts his point total to 21. Tyler Skiles, for the second game in a row, has a 2-goal night. He has 4 points in his last 2 games. That puts his goal total to 7 and his point total to 9. Rounding out the scoring again, Patrick Fishback getting his 6th of the season to put his point total to 9. And a Walled Lake Northern team now that, looking ahead, will play Milford back on Milford's ice in 4 days' time on December 12th. Heads into that game with momentum and will look to continue the scoring now. Walled Lake Northern on a 2-game win streak. As for Lakes Area United, they fall to Walled Lake Northern, as I mentioned, 4-2. Ends their 2-game winning streak. The Lakes Area United Vikings came into tonight with their best winning streak since March of last season, and we're looking for a 3rd win for the first time since the 2014-2015 season, but it didn't come when they needed it, and they didn't get the scoring they exactly wanted from all 4 lines, but a valiant effort from all of those players to keep this game managed. Lakes Area led for most of the night, led probably 2/3 of this game off those early goals from Luke Peck, and number 7, Ryan Denowitz, scored for them. And it really led to a dominating first half, but the Knights, as that second half team, as we mentioned in the pregame show, really took over the game and tilted the ice. They played excellent on the forecheck, kept the Vikings to the outside, not allowing a lot of chances in the slot on the goaltender Stern. And when Stern needed to come up big, he did it. So a great effort from Stern and a well-rounded effort from this Walled Lake Northern Knights team. And that'll just about do it for our coverage here. We'll look real quick to today's games before we head out of here, as Milford and Granville played before this game. Granville beat the Lakeland Eagles last night in an 8-4 victory. So the 5th and 6th place Lakeland Eagles and Lakes Area United Vikings stay in those positions. They took on Milford tonight. We'll await the results of that game. The Tri-Valley Titans take on South Lyon Unified. South Lyon Unified off to a great start in division play. They have been undefeated in division play with a record of 5-1, hoping to go to 6-1. And the only other game was this one, Walled Lake Northern and Lakes Area United. The Knights win it 4-2. So that'll just about do it for our coverage here of Lakes Valley Hockey here on YouTube. Thank you everyone so much for listening in to tonight's game. As we look ahead, Walled Lake Northern heads to Milford. That game is set for a 7:15 puck drop at Lakeland Ice Arena on December 12th. Lakes Area United will head to Dearborn Unified at the Dearborn Ice Skating Center to take on that team. That game's set for next week for a 7:20 puck drop. So everybody here at the live Central Media Sports Network, and for everybody here on YouTube listening, thank you so much for listening for this presentation of Lakes Valley Hockey on YouTube. Have a great night, everybody.